Donald Henry Gaskins. Donald Henry Gaskins, known as Pee Wee Gaskins, was one of the most notorious and cold-blooded serial killers in American history. Active primarily in the 1960s and 1970s, Gaskins claimed to have murdered over 100 people, although the confirmed number is much lower. His reign of terror spanned decades and was marked by extreme brutality and a chilling lack of remorse. Early life. Born on March 13, 1933, in Florence County, South Carolina, Gaskins had a troubled upbringing. Small in stature, he was often bullied, leading to his nickname Pee Wee. His childhood was rife with abuse, neglect, and petty crime. By his early teens, Gaskins was already involved in burglaries, car thefts, and assaults, setting the stage for his later, more heinous acts. Gaskins spent much of his youth in and out of reform schools and prisons, where he developed a reputation for violence and ruthlessness. He often targeted fellow inmates, and it was during these years that he honed the skills and mindset that would later make him one of the most feared killers in the South. The murders. Gaskins's killing spree began in earnest in the 1960s when he started murdering hitchhikers and drifters across South Carolina. He would often torture his victims before killing them, deriving pleasure from their pain and suffering. Gaskins's methods were varied, including stabbing, shooting, drowning, and even poisoning. His victims were often buried in shallow graves in remote areas. In addition to random killings, Gaskins also committed contract murders, killing for money or favors. His most infamous act, however, was the murder of Rudolph Tyner, a fellow inmate on death row. Gaskins rigged a bomb in a radio and delivered it to Tyner, killing him in a gruesome explosion. This murder earned Gaskins the distinction of being the only person to have ever killed another inmate on death row while awaiting his own execution. Arrest and execution. Gaskins was finally arrested in 1975 after a string of murders, including the killing of two young women whose bodies were found in shallow graves. During his trial, Gaskins showed little remorse, and his cold, emotionless demeanor shocked the courtroom. He was convicted and sentenced to death. Despite his death sentence, Gaskins continued to kill while in prison, leading to his eventual execution in the electric chair on September 6, 1991. His execution marked the end of one of the most notorious criminal careers in South Carolina history. Legacy. Donald Henry Gaskins remains one of the most feared and reviled figures in American criminal history. His crimes, characterized by their sheer brutality and the pleasure he took in inflicting pain, set him apart from other serial killers. Gaskins's life and crimes have been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and studies, each attempting to understand the mind of a man who committed such unspeakable acts. His legacy is a chilling reminder of the depths of human depravity and the dangers posed by those who walk among us with evil intent.